So I recently came back from a trip to Ghana, which I went to for a wedding. And while I was there, I decided that I wanted to go visit the Gold Coast Castle. The Gold Coast Castle is one of the places that they enslaved Black people. They held Africans there before forcing them onto the ships across the Atlantic for the slave trade as we know it. And one of the things that really stood out to me about this is the fact that as we were walking through and we're seeing all of the dungeons that African people were enslaved in, learning about the conditions that they had to survive in, that people would go blind because it was so dark in these dungeons and they were not exposed to sunlight throughout this time. So that way, when they went out into the sunlight, they could not see. Or the fact that food would be thrown from windows at the top and land in the bodily excrements of all the people forced to stay together. Or the fact that people would not always realize that the person in front of them had died until they touched them and felt the coldness of their bodies. And then, of course, the decomposing smell. It is brutal and it is gruesome, and it was such an emotional experience for me. But what really tripped me out is the fact that on top of these dungeons was a Christian church. Yes, there was a church on top of the dungeons where enslaved Africans were held before being forced across the Atlantic. And the man who was conducting the tour was explaining how sometimes the pastor, even thinking about it and re-listening is just making me shake, was talking about how the pastor would sometimes, when he was feeling very benevolent, toss some food in right on into before stepping into the sanctuary. And when you consider that that same religion has been used to cause so much trauma, and I am saying this as the daughter of a preacher. When you learn this, and then I had the privilege of being able to see this firsthand, going to this place where people who look like me were enslaved, it really makes you wonder about Christianity and what it is that we are holding on so tightly to. And so if me being open to the idea of accepting that my ancestors fought for so many things, and that if I'm here, it's because of all of that they had endured, and I choose to venerate them, if I choose to acknowledge the spiritualness of our experience and our existence, if that makes me a witch, then I guess I'm a witch.